Kiara, thank you for joining us. Our dear friend Arash shares his powerful and deeply personal story about his journey fleeing his country of origin and seeking asylum. An extraordinary tale of courage, resilience, and the hope to be free and safe. Through his story, we gain insight into the struggles that many refugees face and the strength it takes to leave everything behind in search of safety and freedom. We are honored to have Arash with us to shed light on these vital issues and share his experience.
As I was standing here in front of you with the broken toes, with the broken finger, with the broken jaw, but obviously you can't see because I had a surgery. I had a few different operations as well because of the torture and traumatized I had before. How did I end up here with carrying this much injury, pain, and obviously at the moment I'm on 1,000 milligram of a painkiller to be able to hold myself physically to be among a few lovely people. The thing is, I remember it was a very dark and old place with one chair in the middle, very uncomfortable. Three gentlemen, which is one at the front, two at the back. I get surrounded by them. They call it triangle torture. That room does have only one lamp, the fluorescent, the old one on the ceiling, and then no windows at all. A very short and small door at the end, and they started questioning why you are turning your back against of Islam. Why don't you want to be a Muslim? What they done to you, and who is encouraging you to become a Baha'i? So the thing is, I remember from the left and right, before I even open my mouth, their punches are landing on my face till my face is getting numb, and then I couldn't feel my jaw at all. Then they didn't satisfy. Still keep like pushing and asking. That was a really cold room. The floor was cement, and then I was there with that barefoot. I could feel how hard and cold is it. The only warm things I could feel it on that moment, it was my blood, which is dripping from my nose and my face on my chest. Even they didn't let me to enjoy that little bit of moment. And they started to splashing the water on my face. And I started again asking a question. When they are not getting satisfied, they started smashing and cracking my toes one by one with their boot. I could hear my bones are cracking, and I passed out because the level of pain I had, it was too much. Well, I'm born and raised in a Muslim family in Iran, which is my father is brainwashed by the intelligence services. So before the Iranian Revolution, they're targeting the university. So he was one of the students. The best place to change the people's mind and standing against of the kingdom and education is the best place to target and change the people's mind. So he was one of the victims, but they turned him to a machine. You can't call him an animal because animal have feeling. He doesn't have any feel. He turned to the machine and started to become very radical Muslim. So every time I remember, I was like 5, 6 years old. The first heavy slap I got from him because I wasn't happy to follow and memorize the Quran. Then every time, even 5 minutes being late to attending the prayers, he started to punishing my mom as well in front of my eyes. One time he started to bashing her till her hands are broke. Why? Because I was late for 5 minutes. So how can I tolerate all this cruelty and then not questioning? So what sort of faith is that? You're able to hurt the child, you're able to hurt the woman, and then if you say something, they're going to say, you're against of God, you're against of humanity. How is it possible? If you're not able to ask a question challenging the faith, and then how you can call yourself believer, you have to believe it from your heart. So as I raise this torture and traumatized continuously be there, and I'm the youngest son in my family, so he was put the all pressure on me to make something out of me, some of those like brainwashed people, but I never let him to touch my soul till he reached to that stage, which is he didn't let me to even sleep. You have to memorize, otherwise you're not able to sleep, you're not able to drinking or anything. So I said, okay, I'm done. Enough is enough. I was only 14 years old. And I said, I prefer to die, but not following you, because this is 100% cruelty. So what was his reaction? He started to grabbing the chain and non-stop hitting me. So then after I passed out and he get obviously tired, I just ran away to the police station. Well, as all of you knows, police supposed to help you, support you, give you at least a shelter till you can find yourself or someone can help you. But there is totally different. With lots of bruises on my face and I'm bleeding in the age of 14, I went to the police station. The sergeant came and asked me, what is the problem with you? Who did bash you? Did someone rape you? I said, no, that's my father. So he came up with the two questions. Is he alcoholic? Nah. Is he using drug? No. So what is his problem? I don't want to pray. Then he said, what? So yeah, I don't want to pray. I don't want to follow him. He said, man, you're crazy. You're supposed to respect your dad. I said, look what he done to me. Should he treat me properly? Should he show me love and show me in a different way? But he never listened. So because of his position, as soon as he heard my name and my family name, rang someone else, I don't know where, from the intelligence services, less than 20 minutes, he came. And then both of them start to hitting me and giving an extra punishment. So that was the last day I stayed at home. I become homeless in the age of 14 years. So imagine as a teenager, I don't have any place to go. It's very hard. It was winter, and then I don't have any shelter. I don't have any support. Only my sister, but he was married. How can I stay for all the time there? He has a own life. So I end up to spending around 2 years sleeping at the public toilet in the park, running around because they're drug addicted. They're like sexual abuse and prostitute around. They're looking for someone new to just make them addicted to selling and abuse and those things in the criminal words. So through the school, finally I found a job in a grocery shop. And then the owner of that shop was very kind to me and then led me to sleep there as well. So step by step, I found different jobs as well and try to manage myself to be able to pay off my school fees and the locations and everything. Then, as I promised my mom, I have to make something out of myself. Still, I have her words in my mind. Son, if you're living, that's okay. But do something I can always proud of you. And when I put my head on the pillow, I feel happy. You're not doing wrong to anyone else, same as your dad and others. So I try to stay in this path. I went to university. I studied really hard. I was working 16 hours and at the same time, I studied. I had 2 bachelors and I studied a master as well. So while I was working hard and study, I never had a childhood. I never had any time for myself to playing cards or drinking or party or know anything. Just work and study. After a while, intelligence services, same as always, again, show up. So what's going on? Do you know you're going to be untouchable? They're starting to warning me. You're going to lose all your right as a human. You're losing your identity. You're losing your future. And you become nothing. So I didn't listen, because why I have to listen to the people who are the same as my dad? So I continue joining those classes, listening to them. Then they asked me. They started to hurting me, torturing me. As I mentioned at the beginning, they done the triangle torture. And the next stage was threatening my family and my loved one. So I know they're going to kidnap. I don't care about my life. But to saving them, I have to leave. But where? Look at the Iranian passport. Doesn't have any value at all. Only a few Muslim countries, less than you, 5 fingers, you can fly without a visa, which is Malaysia, Indonesia, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. That's it. And Iraq. So, because it's controlled by them. I end up leaving, and then, because I don't have any choice, if you're applying for a visa, it takes time. I end up in Malaysia first, and then through one of my friends, he booked everything, and he said, now your name is on a blacklist, you have to leave less than 24 hours. So I done that. I end up in Indonesia. So that's it. One option is left, gambling of my life, which is deal with the human smuggler, and then pay $5,000 and then jump on a boat. As they claim, it will be a 3-floor boat. It's a really nice one. Don't worry about everything. We will look after you. They kept us in a safe house, and then they took away our phone. They took away our all money and everything. They said, just ready for the time. We will put you in a boat and then you will just be free. We jump on a boat. You can't believe it. It was a small fishing boat, broken and all. Like, I think it's worth maybe $50 American max, 110 passengers. We were just left Indonesia to Christmas Island with the hope of freedom. We're gambling our life. We had 21 kids as well, teenagers and also infants. We started our journey. It was middle of the night. The ocean was starting playing up. The wave was 15 meters. You can't believe it. It's really horrible and scary. And then you're like on a piece of wood. The engine doesn't work properly. Everyone is screaming and calling God or whatever they believe. Kids are like passing out through this the scream of the other adults, and there is no hope. There is no hope at all. Then you could see the last boat when they are sank. The piece of woods around you, the dead bodies around you. You could hear the voice and the scream of those ghosts still around you. It's very scary. And then, so you're in between. Am I going to make it or not? So we reached to the free ocean. So free ocean is the place normally like the Australian Navy will come. And that time, they never try to return you back. But we are the first victim. They try to return us back. They brought like the pumping as well and then generator. Oh, we can send you back to Malaysia. Then they left us. Again, we call and say, look, there are kids here. Please come back. One of the doctors there, the lady came. And then when she opened the lid, she saw that 20 kids are next to each other sleeping. And they're like begging for help. She said, that's okay, come with us. We spent 2 nights on the Navy ship. It was horrible. They didn't even let us going down. And at least using the toilet, anything. That's it. They just like going around the Christmas Island. It was Sunday. And then I remember there was like flying fishes. It just like hitting my face. Left and right. And the kids are begging for a little bit of food. Nothing there. Nothing at all. So we reached them. So the first thing, you can see the whole island. Oh my God. I'm safe. Now there is difference. That's the Christmas Island. They talk about it in Indonesia. And I can see how beautiful is it. Lots of trees and people are just getting the sun and like nice view. Everything's totally different. This is piece of heaven. So I went there. They're just like asking our name and then immediately they turn it to the number. So mine was, because my board number is 815, so they turn it to TOX. My number was 56. Okay. So from there, I lose 100% my identity and my name.